So, you have learned the terrible truth.
I gotta tell everyone.
No one will believe you.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Fuck me, right?
Shake with your
Run for your fucking lives!
Overstated.
Want to see that shit? It'll fuck you up for life. Good luck. Have fun.
Normally, I don't want to let people know, normally, we only have 3 critics here reviewing a movie. And for me, 3 today is the magic number. I make an exception every now and then, but I usually like to keep it to 3. But Danielle, this is one of the few movies that she's gone out to see with us. Mm-hmm. She's done a great job coming in and herding people around and bringing people in here. And she asked me nicely today, she said, please, may I come on and talk about Sausage Party with you guys? And I said, yes, you can. I think she thinks that Sausage Party is really about dicks. I don't think she knows that's a fucking animated movie.
I saw the movie.
She saw it. Yeah, so you actually did see it?
I was at the screening with you.
Oh, I thought you just brought people in and then just left.
She talked to you and sat down 2 rows in front of her.
Do you know?
Oh, that was you?
Do you know that I organized a whole ladies' night for 10 of your toasties?
Well, obviously I don't.
Well, I did. Jeez.
But now that I know, good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Danielle.
And for the record, I will go to any movie with you guys. You never take me. You take people that don't even go on the fucking show to see these movies. When in all reality, I'm on the show.
All right.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Preach it.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway.
I don't even know what I said. It's all good.
And I like the way she came in and said, for Sausage Party, she's like, I've gone in and done research and I've taken notes. So I was like,
for Sausage Party?
For Sausage Party.
That would be the one.
Talking shit.
No, I appreciate
there's no
that.
pleasing you.
No. You know, well, let's see how you do. Let's see how you do. I
pressure's
can't
on.
wait to hear this. Let's go ahead and talk about it now. I'm going to go ahead and show you the trailer for this because the trailer really does, especially the Red Band trailer, shows you a lot more than some of the clips that they gave me, which we'll be talking about and showing you too. But if you haven't heard about Sausage Party yet, well, just like in Toy Story, you know, when the humans leave the building, all of a sudden the merchandise in the grocery store, they all come to life. And the other thing about them, they're very similar to humans. You know, they sing, they dance, they fuck each other. But
I was doing that just the other day.
Yeah, me too. But the one thing that they are really looking forward to is to go to the great beyond. They are religious, just like human beings too. Until one day, Frank, voiced by Seth Rogen, makes a gruesome discovery and says, I've seen the most fucked up shit. This whole thing is a lie. But just like true religion, everybody says, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
You get out of here with all that noise.
Exactly. God gonna take care of us. Well, let's go ahead and see how this works out for these little faithful food group right here. And this is you've probably seen it before, the 3rd Red Band trailer for Sausage Party. And we'll be back with our review.
What you got cooking?
Look at these big old birds waiting to get filled with my meat.
Yeah, right, Carl. Who in this package would ever let Carl get up in them, huh? Roberta, put your fucking hand down. You're ruining my joke.
Hey, sweet baby.
Ketchup, mustard, sausages and buns.
Sweet divine.
We've been chosen together.
It's because we belong together. I know it's against the rules, but just the tips.
Prepare yourself, little sausage. You're about to learn the terrible truth.
About cooking something.
It's beautiful, man. It's just beautiful.
As soon as you're out those doors,
Oh, Jesus, fuck!
the gods kill our asses.
You fucking whore! Me eyes, they burn! Please, no, I have got a familia!
You know, maybe you're not so racist after all. But looking at this
movie, shit.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Because it makes them stronger. Hunger's insatiable, buddy. I mean, fuck.
How do you know all this?
Sweet and non-perishables, motherfucker.
I gotta tell everyone.
They will die otherwise.
Fuck you, weenies.
What if the toads are doing this to us because we touched tips? It wasn't even that. I mean, it was fine. It's not like anyone writes home and says, "Oh God, I had the best tip."
Together, we can fight these monsters and take control of our own lives.
Come on, join the fight! Make it rain. Gary, just throw this fucking toothpick at me, man.
We need to make them see us.
I have a plan.
Here goes everything! Whoa. Hello?
You're all alive and looking at me with your little shoes and your arms and your legs.
Look at me. I ain't got no legs. You ain't my goddamn legs.
What did he do to you?
You don't want to fucking know.
You know what? So y'all looking at this and y'all like, yeah, you know, it's a little messed up, but it's cartoons. It's talking buns and hot dogs, and it's all comedy. I'm sure I could probably take my kid to see this in the day. Okay? Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of movies in my career. This is the most fucked up thing I have ever seen. And I'm talking about ever seen. Some people come and say, man, that 12 Years a Slave is fucked up. No, this is way more fucked up, man. I've seen people die. Seriously, I've seen people die in front of me, and I walked away way more composed from that than I walked away from this.
You ordered food at the Alamo Draft House while you watched this movie, and you never stopped eating.
Oh, you didn't see that, Martin. I said it free.
I'm so sorry.
I threw that chicken sandwich like, fly away. Because
those 2 bites that were left.
Felt bad about those 2 bites. Hey, I tried, man. Because Martin is right, man. I'm that sorry son of a bitch, man. You know, when I go see something like Toy Story, I come home and I'm all paranoid and shit. You know, I leave the room and open it back up, try to see if things moving and shit. I know you're having a party. You know, when y'all are not, after I watch something like Toy Story or things, when they come alive, I actually talk to objects. You know how many times I've been in this studio when nobody was around. I'm looking at the fan. Am I working you too hard? I mean, you let me know, okay? I'll work with you. You know, I'm paranoid about that kind of shit.
Where's Charlie, man? I think he ran off.
Yeah.
Where is Charlie, man?
Charlie Brown?
Oh, shit, thank God. Okay. Thought you left. You will never leave, though. But, man, I watch this movie. I don't even know if I can go to a grocery store without being paranoid, just looking at the aisles and shit. I hate to be, I don't want to be this open with everybody in the room right here, but I'm going to let y'all know I ain't even wiped my ass today because I was scared. I was scared of hurting toilet paper, man. You know, man, come on, look at that toilet paper. Y'all don't want to hurt him. Come on. You know, this stuff is hard for me to handle sometimes. But I'm also going to say the one thing that let me get by in this movie is funny as shit. This is one of the funniest things that I've seen this year, man. When Martin, you always jump on my ass about Seth Rogen. You're always telling me.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. Because I always tell you, man, I would love to be friends with Seth Rogen. That dude looks cool. He's got to be the coolest motherfucker in the world, man. Who else can get away with smoking weed all day at home and at their job? Their job is to think of fucked up shit like this. And they also brought us to the brink of World War III with North Korea. And everybody still likes the dude?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, Seth Rogen, he must be the nicest guy because he can even call up people and tell them fucked up things, involve them in it. He can call up, I'm jealous of the dude. He can call up celebrities with dignity. Celebrities who have done great things. He can call up people like, who the fuck is tripping back there? What's
Andrew Wilson.
Andrew? It would be Andrew Wilson.
Big Tex.
I know.
Big Tex Wilson.
God dang, you hiding that shit back there, man. But he can call up people like Selma Hayek, who's done great, noble things, and tell her, yeah, I have a project for you. I want you to play a lesbian taco.
We live our lives with all these rules, and some of them stop us from doing the things we want, causing our deepest urges to be suppressed when they are gathering like wildfire between our legs.
Did you say between our legs?
Look, Brenda, I'm going to come clean. I have feelings for you I can't deny. Crotch feelings.
Crotch?
Sorry, but I'm not a soft taco. I'm a hard, horny taco.
And it can make it racist as fuck, too.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, last time we saw Selma Hayek was in an Adam Sandler movie. So this gave her a little bit more dignity than that.
Oh, this is a step up.
Yeah.
Right here.
But once you have a solidified career, can't you do dumb shit like be a voiceover in a talk or a talk?
Yeah, of course you can. But, again, nicest dude in the world, because if you in this movie, chances are you doing some racist shit. You know, you are a racist or a racial stereotype. I was watching the movie and I was laughing. I was laughing my ass off at some of the things, the way they just found the most childish ways to make a food product a racial stereotype. Ed Norton plays a bagel called, what is his name? Sammy Bagel Jr. He talks, you know, he's
Woody Allen.
He's a bagel, so he talks like Woody Allen. You know, he's hanging out with some fucking sort of kind of a falafel. Yeah.
He was great in the movie. He was one of my favorite characters.
And Bill Hader, man, I didn't even recognize his voice. He's the Indian chief. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing about it.
Chief Firewater.
Chief, he's a bottle of whiskey. Damn, you racist motherfucker! He is fuck Native Americans.
That people have been so put upon. How dare you?
Yeah.
Well, God is cracking up to
I know.
Native American.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well, you should jump on his ass because he's laughing at your misery, man. He even looked at the back of your head like, we took your land.
Should have fought hard.
Yeah. You on the ground where you should be.
Oh. Here, you want a drink? Psych.
Hey, you better hang on to that. He might take that too. So, but I will never do that. But the dude's he's a bottle of whiskey called Firewater, and he's a straight, and he's hanging out with a Twinkie. It's a gay man.
What you're saying is true. I gotta tell everyone.
Very noble little sausage, but also very pointless. No one will believe you.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Fuck me, right?
Oh, I was looking at you. You're talking about someone at the door.
Isn't Bill Hader also the tequila?
Yeah, he's also the tequila. So he's doing two racial stereotypes in one. And here's the thing. I was sitting up there laughing my ass off. Like, look at that fucking Indian stereotype. Look at that gay Twinkie right there. And then they showed this shit.
We the non-perishables, motherfucker.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
Hey, man. You would have loved him because he had a great line here that you reference all the time.
What is that?
He's like, hey, chill out, Grits. They call me
Mr. Grits. They made a box of grits, a black man, stereotypical black man. And you know what? And I had to say, hey, all right, just cool out. Because everybody gets theirs, and they could have made it worse. They could have made him a talking can of chitlins or something right there. So you can still buy that at HEB, by the way.
I didn't know canned chitlins was a thing.
I didn't either. Who would want that?
Right.
Apparently somebody does, because it's out there.
I mean, they're gross when they're fresh, let alone canned.
Hey, Martin. It's out there. Not only can you buy it, but it will sing and dance for you too. So I sings and dance for you, Martin. But Sammy, why you make that racist stereotype, man? I told you not to do that shit. That was a test. He came in happy. Sammy made that shit. He came in the room happy too. He said, "Man, look at that shit I did that black man on that can."
Oh, did you hear that?
That shit looked like Obama. He made the lips bigger and shit. So I know, Sammy. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Now, I will say this is that the stereotypes, they work. And the reason why they work is because they're all there for a point. They're not there just to get a cheap laugh. Oh, look at the accent that I'm doing as a Native American. That's not what it's there for. They're there to prove how absurd these stereotypes are, and the cultural divides that we impose on ourselves through race and religion or whatever we want to do to fight each other.
What film class you write that for? Jesus fuck.
Took me all day to write that shit.
Sammy wrote that.
But no, seriously. I mean, that's what it's there for. And it's the difference between a racist joke and satire. And and they have some other items. I mean, when I say everything comes to life, everything comes to life. We talking about tampons.
Don't give them away now.
We talking about tampons, condoms. No, I had to do this.
Well, yeah, he's the villain of the piece.
Yeah, I had to put this one in here. Now, I always thought it was cool because these items, they're tampons or they're condoms, they're there for a reason. It might be shocking, but they're there fitting the personality of what they are and what role that they play. And for a lot of people who, the actor Nick Kroll, and for all those people who thought that Nick Kroll is a douchebag in real life,
yeah.
Well, now you get to see him be a douchebag in the movie too, a literal douchebag or a douche.
Hey, I heard Seth Rogen say that's why they hired him. Like, he's a nice guy in person, but he plays douchebag so much. They were like, oh, he's a perfect. He didn't even audition. They just said, we want you for this.
He actually plays a Jersey Shore type character, and the role it's cool because he is a douche. So, what perfect character to play the main villain of the movie?
Are you two responsible for my nozzle being irrepressibly up?
Whoa. Easy, man. Easy.
Yeah, your nozzle's bent. Sorry. But you know what? You should be happy you're alive.
Yeah, Banana's whole face peeled off. Peanut Butter's wife is dead. Look at him. He's right there.
I'm gonna fix this. You think I give a about PB or J? This. I'm gonna kick your ass. How you like that, Mac?
Who? Us?
No, not you. Come at me, balls.
Come at you? What does that mean?
Fine. You won't come at me? Well, then guess who's coming at you? Me.
I like and he gets more roided out throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
He gets crazy, and it's funny because they're basically puns, but they do the puns of these characters fit their puns so well that you actually start saying the puns and taking it seriously. Like I was looking at him through the whole movie, like, what a fucking douchebag, man.
Yeah, but okay, sure, the food is alive. But now suddenly the toilet paper and the douche, why not the shopping carts?
Yeah, or the book or the cookbook.
Yeah, the cookbooks, the cashier stations.
I hated
the store itself.
Well, you see, that's one of the things about the movie. I was gonna save this complaint for later, but some of y'all thinking, oh man, I can't wait to get high and see this shit. Don't do that.
You're gonna lose your mind watching this shit.
Don't do Corey. Don't do this shit, man.
But I want to.
Corey, I care for you, man. I'm gonna walk into Corey's place, and that shit's gonna be playing, and his brains and shit gonna be splat all over the wall. Head just gonna explode. Because I had wine. I just had wine and got a little tipsy, and my ass just start going deep with this shit. Because you can think way too hard about this. It gets deep. Like you're thinking about it because all the food comes alive, and they're talking about all the humans. They mistreat us, but the humans are the ones that created them. And when you talk about creating them, like what food sacrificed themselves to make other food? Like how many peanuts had to die to make peanut butter?
That is deep, my friend.
How many grapes had to die to make his chick
jelly?
To make his chick jelly? You saw a tomato get killed right there, but yet sandwich had a tomato in her.
Pizza.
What kind of fucking cannibalism is? You can lose your shit trying to do this. Leave it alone. Watch this movie sober. Watch this movie doing no drugs. The shit is deep enough. The movie is a drug itself.
Somebody slipped something in your wine. If you was thinking that hard,
I was thinking hard, man. Did you notice how I was laughing at one point? I just like, huh?
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Just start zoning out. Man, this shit is deep.
I just noticed the moment you broke. I was like, all right, I guess he's good.
Yeah, I snapped out of it eventually. But the other thing with the film is that I told you religion. I gotta warn people out there. Anybody religious here in the room? Man, y'all a bunch.
You can admit it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I like the way we got one person like maybe I'm down with Jesus. I don't know.
Just hear a small ass voice. Me.
Yeah. We're not going to nail you to a cross if you actually want to say so. Cause I got.
Nah, that's Saturday.
Yeah. Just wait.
That's part of the challenge.
Get you drunk first. Is that one that we thought of a fifth one? Nail you and crucify you on a cross. But. Oh, shut up. Now y'all religious. Oh, just a little while ago, I don't believe in that shit. Oh, no, you offended me.
Take it too far.
But the reason why I ask is because if you, now maybe nobody's going to admit it here, but you need to know, if you're going to the film, it's a big blasphemous message about religion.
It's a big fuck you if you're religious.
It is. It's just saying, you know what? Religion is bullshit. It's the whole thing is discovering something that makes sense, something that's controlling people, something that kills people, and then trying to spread it to all these other people who don't want to believe. And it really is, but Martin said, a big fuck you to religion. Now, some of y'all be looking at this, and you could be fine with that. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm religious, but it's a bunch of fucking talking weenies. So, you know, I'm going to get offended by that. And then some of you are just going to walk in and say, well, you know, it's just a movie, but you really got to know, and because it's throughout the whole film. Frank and Brenda, the bun that he's getting with, most of their conflict in the movie is about them fighting over religion. He's trying to tell the truth to everybody. She's a faithful believer who doesn't want to accept what he's seeing and is about to blindly go back into her death or her doom, just like everybody else that's not listening.
I'll fill myself with a parsnip or a dill pickle, maybe even an eggplant.
You couldn't fit an eggplant in there. It's too big. It'll tear you in half.
Oh, you'd be amazed what I could fit in here.
Let's just stop this, okay? Okay?
Some people like watching a soap opera. They're like, damn. Ooh.
You know, eggplant is code for black man, right?
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why Mia calls me that all the time?
I mean, it's a slur, but...
I've been okay with it this whole time.
Danielle.
Oh, don't. You're my bun. Hey, trust me. Hey, guys, come over here. Follow me.
That's me and Danielle every Tuesday. But, you know, the other thing is that the movie is so funny that you probably, and there's a lot more, you know, offensive things going on with the sex and the gross out humor and everything else that people are probably not going to be that offended by. They're probably just going to, you know, you'll laugh and you'll see it. You might be like, that's wrong. But then later on, you'll probably start thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And that's what good satire does.
It's a sleeper agent. It'll implant itself in your brain. And then later, when you're not thinking, that's when it'll hatch.
Yeah, and it's not just funny. It's actually really smart, like the way it goes about it. Because I'm, going into this, all the trailers you just see, all right, they're just trying to escape being eaten by humans. But then you go in there and you get this message about religion and race and all these other political things. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's a really smart movie. I mean, that's the great thing about it. That's why this movie can, because the whole time I was thinking, how the fuck is Seth Rogen getting away with this? Who allowed him to do this? But
Sony.
Sony.
After them email leaks, they're like, you can do whatever you want to, Seth. Please just don't go.
Well, he makes them money, and the animation is not top notch.
Mm-hmm. No,
I mean it's B grade at best, and there's even some points where the frame rate or like the rendering is so low. I'm like, man, y'all know y'all supposed to get that an extra pass, but you just wanted to get it out there.
Well, that's the other thing, man. Like I was looking at some of the animation here, like when Frank is fighting with Brenda, and I'm looking at the animation. Yeah, it's made on a budget, but to be honest, the designs and the characters are so great. And the expressions are so great. In the animation, look, maybe the animation's cheap, but they do the most with it. I'm looking at how the characters move and, you know, how they gesture and how people just have fun with the animation. And as I said, the character designs, they're over-exaggerated with a lot of their expressions. So you can get by on doing very strong poses with these characters and very strong design work.
I didn't check the credits, but it looked like the human characters were designed by Peter Bagg. They look like all from his independent comics.
And I don't know, because I got the directors right here. The directors are two guys. It's not Seth Rogen and what's his name?
Evan Goldberg.
Evan Goldberg, yeah. They came up with the concept. I'm sure they had a big part in the humor on this. I'm sure they had a huge blueprint that they gave to people, but the directors are two guys, Greg Tiernan and Conrad Vernon, who also did some other disturbing animated films like Thomas and Friends, Carnival Capers.
I'm still trying to get over it. Don't even show me that
He's
image.
looking at you, Martin. Hey, you forgot about me, huh, Martin?
He's always looking at me.
At least one of them did. The other director, the guy Conrad Vernon, he's worked on bigger projects. He used to work at DreamWorks. He did Shrek 2. He also did Monsters vs. Aliens. So these guys, they know that they're working with a budget, but they're talented and experienced enough to do a lot with it.
Right.
And there's five there's like 5 script writers on this. 7, I think, actually. So I know.
7, Jesus. Yeah, it's enough to cram in all the gags you need, and having lower budget animation. I can see how they could get away with it. I mean, it is kind of like, well, let's throw it out there and see what happens. If it doesn't work, then no harm, no foul.
And when you have all these strong people voicing over the characters, I thought all of them did very, very well. I was impressed with Kristen Wiig. She was very vulgar, not like she.
She's the Brenda, the bun.
And I liked how everybody was just overperforming. Michael Cera was awesome, and Salma Hayek as well.
Yeah, it's a project where you could just see everybody. I mean, this is so insane what they're doing that people couldn't believe that they were probably even saying some of these lines. They couldn't believe what they were doing on this film. And that being the case, everyone was having such a good time. And I can tell you that's why this is a great audience film. The audience that we saw it with, sometimes they're a little overeager for the movies when it starts.
Draft House, yeah. You think so?
But the way they were into it, it just added to the fun, man. I mean, if there's any movie to just go crazy for and be overexcited for as far as your energy watching it, it's this, man. There's so many things that you can cheer for just from laughing so hard. If I had a complaint about this, there's a lot of stuff that they're getting away with. I mean, there's a lot of dirty humor in here that's really pushing the boundaries, and that's the kind of thing that I love about this movie is that we've been having so many films that we talked about where they're just gross comedies or bad comedies or shock comedies, and they have no point.
Sure.
This movie actually has something to say. And it's not making a big message, it's just kind of saying it while keeping in mind that we have to entertain. And that's why this is allowed to kind of push the boundaries. So, when I see the people cursing just a little bit too much, having to throw fucking to every other sentence and really stress it, hey, fuck you. But I'm like, you don't have to push the R rating in it.
You know what? I felt the same way with that. Like it did a great job at what it was doing, but there were times when they were just sitting around cussing and being foul-mouthed for really no reason, just because they could, or it's almost like, man, you make it less special when you do it casually.
Yeah, they're drawing it out a little too much. Yeah. Each scene was drawn out way too much, way too long. The movie felt like it was 2 hours when really it was only like 90 minutes. Yeah. And that's not a good thing.
Well, no, I felt the opposite, man. Like once they started getting into the religious stuff and the race things, I was like, all right, all those fucks and everything in there, it's kind of being pushed to the side by the intelligence that's going on behind the movie. When they first started off that first 5 minutes where they were like, fuck, shit, fuck, I'm like, all right, this is just stupid. Like,
yeah.
But once they got into the religion aspect and all the other political issues, it was like, okay, now I'm down with this.
Yeah, man, it's well, that's when they finally had something to do. Like, for example, in the beginning, they started out with this song. South Park is a prime example of them knowing when to throw in a dirty word.
Example of that.
Yeah. In South Park, the movie bigger, better,
longer,
yeah, they have music in there, and they know when to do a Broadway musical and then shock people by throwing in a word or a subject. This opens up with a song, and that song could have been a good satire of a family film song if they weren't trying to like throw fuck you and motherfucker in there so much. But you know what? That's a small thing. As Korey said, when they started actually getting into the smarter parts of the film, that's when I just let myself go. And I gotta tell you, this is the funniest thing. This is the most fucked up thing, and it's the funniest thing that I've seen this year. I have not been this eager to go see a movie again, to just rush and see it again as much as I have this film right here, because it's just so much fun. I ain't never laughed at mass death and genocide as much as I laughed.
That whole audience was.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous because I thought it's gonna be kind of depressing, but nah, man. Every time they killed a piece of food, it was some play on like a horror film. Or like the scene, the Saving Private Ryan scene when the powder drops and everybody's
great.
Man, they do the directors. I got to give them credit. They do a lot of great visuals here. Yeah, this is I got to tell you, if it wasn't for some of just the strained kind of humor, the dirty humor, and the language that they were trying to force in there, I would almost give this a better than sex. But because of that,
I am so surprised to hear you say that.
Why are you surprised to hear me say that?
Because I feel like the storyline, although they did have a lot of really great comical, hints here and there, it was still just too drawn out, and I was bored through it. Like, I laughed really hard consistently, but there was times where I was just like, okay, move on. And a lot of the characters had storylines that weren't even relevant to the damn movie.
What? Who?
I know. Don't jump on her. She's got some good points.
Why?
No, I think it's a good question though. Who do you think wasn't important to the storyline in this movie?
Well, that's the thing, is that there were so many things going on that I couldn't even remember what the last person had done. Like, I'm like, wait, why is he here with these people in the middle of nowhere, the non-perishables? Like, I just couldn't even remember half
Why
the time.
is Deadpool not wearing his mask right now?
No.
No,
but I did laugh a lot, and I thought they did a really good job with keeping everything consistent and having. They were very creative with the foods and their realities with like the chips being fat and the tomato being Italian and things like that. They really did overthink it and do a good job.
Can I ask you a question though? Seriously,
Yeah.
You don't go see a lot of films,
Right.
And I know that you don't care about, especially some things like superhero genres and animated films. Do you think that you just lost interest because this is just not something that you were initially interested in? You're not interested in animation?
Well, I temporarily lost interest, but it did always draw me back with a funny line here and there. And the character that was the dude with the stroller, like the guy that worked there,
Yeah.
he cracked my shit up. When he freaks out and goes, "Hey, my fucking job!" like that and shook the stroller, I was like, forget about it. He's funny as hell. He was great.
Oh, you talking about this dude right
Yes.
here? Yeah, that character's a lot more funny than. So you don't think it's because it's animated that you just.
No, I think I was bored and then pulled back in, bored and then pulled back in, bored and then pulled back in.
Okay, all right. Movie just backslapping your ass.
And also, some of the humor was so incredibly controversial. I'm like, why are they doing this? How are they getting away with this?
Yeah, but they did get away with that because it is a cartoon.
Yeah.
It feels like this is the last time somebody can do this.
Yeah.
Like the way the social climate is changing in this country.
Hey man, if somebody tries to outdo this, they're going to jail.
Right. That's gonna be a snuff film.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be killing groceries. They're gonna be killing real human beings.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
And I shit you not, Mia sat here and watched this whole fucking trailer with me. She watched and laughed at it, knew what was going on, and then she looked at me. She's like, "So is this for kids?"
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on in Turkey?
There's a lot of shit going on in Turkey.
We did go to that screening. There were some 14-year-olds.
14.
Two 14-year-old kids.
Yeah.
14's not that.
14's not that bad. Hey, what do you guys think?
So you gave it a full price, right?
I was there to give it better than sex, but I peeled off and gave it a high full price.
Okay. One of the things about this, and like we started off saying, this is extremely offensive. Like, this is more offensive than Blazing Saddles. And I never thought somebody would be able to do that. I'm not joking with that. But with it, man, it was such a funny and smart film. Like, it was something I really wasn't expecting from this. I was going in just expecting, all right, some vulgar Seth Rogen humor, him and his whole crew again getting high, cracking some jokes, and just doing their normal routine. But with this, man, they brought something really smart to the table. They brought religion in, they brought race in, they brought politics in, and they weren't forgiving with anybody. Everybody caught it like South Park does. Like, they were fair with every single person in here. And with that, man, and actually yesterday we were reviewing Florence Foster Jenkins.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wow, this is the movie I laughed the most at this year because Florence Foster Jenkins was hilarious. This made me laugh a hell of a lot more than that movie, and I'm giving this a better than sex.
Man, you are.
Yeah.
Wow, Korey Goodwin.
This shit cracked me up. It was smart, and there weren't a lot of things that took it down for me.
Is there room for one more? And it's better than sex. You know what? I'm changing. You crossed me over, man. I'm giving this a better than
Are you
sex.
serious?
I'm serious as fuck. Yeah. You know what? I love it so much. I'm taking everybody tomorrow to go see this movie.
Shut up.
Everybody's gonna go. You just gotta pay your own way. but we can all walk in together. No, I give it better than sex too because I'm eager to see this so much.
Yeah,
man.
I'm ready to see. I can't wait to watch this again and own this when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I love it.
It's definitely something we've never seen before. We're always saying it's the same things over and over and over. This is something where they took a grocery store and a bunch of fucking food and literally came up with something that we've never heard of this type of storyline before. So it's very creative.
And you know what?
What'd you give it? You give you a rating.
Rental.
Oh.
God damn!
I'm sorry, but they really drawed out all the scenes. I'm like, this doesn't need to be this long, and it's funny. I get it. It's very, very smart and creative, but I'm not that into it.
Okay. You know what else pushed me over into better than sex?
Him.
Well, it was you because in the theater you made me so happy. I think I was laughing because of you. Because when you really like something, you don't laugh. You get this giggle.
I don't turn into Will now. Wait a second.
Yeah, I looked over. You sitting on Jabba the Hutt and shit. But
you guys don't think they could have been a little bit more creative with the main villain, the douchebag, duh.
I think that's creative.
That was creative, and like the way he was juicing up, literally juicing up. You're like, holy shit! Okay, they're going about it in a funny route.
The way that they used anal rape to juice up, like that,
He didn't anally rape anybody. What movie did you watch?
The douchebag did. Remember?
The juice box?
The juice box. Yeah, we don't want to reveal too much, but no, it wasn't no anal rape. Look, he's like, you're making me mad, bro.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the end with the boy, but no.
And I'll say this. What else pushed me over is that it really did push my limits. But again, there's so much stuff there. It's making fun of everything I've been talking about in animated films. It's a riff on Toy Story. And it's also doing that thing of making fun of those animated movies. I've been saying it for a long time. We have to get back home, the long journey back. We have to rescue the friend. It's making fun of those kind of things too. I think this is one of the smartest movies I've seen this year. Martin.
Everything you guys said is right. And when I say everything you guys, I mean all three of you. I'm not discounting what Danielle said. I mean, I thought the movie was hilarious, mostly through. In the beginning, and we all had a bit with the start in the beginning, but later in the third act, I was starting to get a bit numb to the humor and the message.
Yeah, they're kind of playing it out a little bit.
It was. It was that point where I was like, man, it's been ramping up so much, and I felt like it plateaued. It wasn't bad. It was still funny. I just wish there had been more. And where it ended, I was like, well, that's a way to go. It doesn't leave me going, pumping my fist when I come out, but I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it's extremely crowd pleasing. If it's a movie that you already think you want to see, yes, you absolutely want to see it. Yeah. You're going to have a great time. I mean, I would have to give it a full price because I can't imagine anybody who wants to see it coming out being disappointed. I can't go better than Sex. It's really more of a low full price. I even toy with a high matinee for me.
You know what, Martin? I see your point.
You went through like 3 ratings. Is it a low full price?
No, really. I've been just like so up and down, and it's I'm like, yeah, you know what? Ultimately, what it comes down to is like somebody says like, well, what should I pay? And I was like, look, if you already want to see it, yeah, full price. Yeah. It, just for me, it's more of a low full price.
You make good points, Martin, and I'm going back down to a full price.
Because the thing is, I enjoyed it, and I got lots of laughs in it. But I don't have that, like, I want to see it again because the humor, while it certainly did a lot, it was much smarter than I ever expected. It wasn't transcendent, if that makes any sense to you.
It does. No, it does. It does.
Like, when I compare it to the South Park movie, like, the South Park movie is one, just because all those songs are brilliant. So with the soundtrack, I can sing along to it and watch it again. And with this, it was fun. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be, but it's not one where I'm ready to revisit it again.
You know what, Martin, and you do make a good point. I even had to think about how over the top and long the end went, and something. I give it credit for just being that bold. But with that said, please, God damn it, please do not take your kids to see this movie.
No.
Do not take,
especially the very end. Jesus Christ!
The very end will.
I guess it was their play off a lot of animated movies that end with a big dance number.
Yeah, this ended with a big gangbang. It's a
food orgy.
It is a food orgy going on. It is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
That was a good way to go out though. If you're gonna go out like that,
literally on a bang.
See, that's the thing I was saying. Like, I like that though because like I said, it was smart. It felt like it was a riff off of every animated movie we have. We have this big dance number, but at the end of this, it's like, oh God, I don't want to watch this.
It was, but it was a good idea, but it went on for so long. It was just gratuitous at one point.
Oh man!
All right. You made your point already.
Yeah, that's the thing. It went on because I've seen some filthy porn. I've actually made some filthy porn. I've seen some things I feel.
We're just gonna walk past that.
I've done some things that I've seen and done some things that I'm ashamed of. But it ain't got nothing on these fucking cartoon groceries fucking each other, man. Do not let your kids see this shit. They will starve to death after seeing this shit.
And I mean, like, if they're under 18, don't let them see
it. Yeah, exactly. Shit, you take your kid to the grocery store, they just collapse on the floor shaking and shit, having flashbacks. Cereal fucking milk.
Here, eat something. No!